dancing in the trees. Fill my heart with delight, rebirth of all kind, sceneries which fulfill my soul, which will tranquilly last forever in my mind.
are so happy to be here once again. 53rd SF Pride Parade, the second year right here at ABC 7.
So high, yeah, we're gonna take it up and up, up and up.
I'm so happy to be here, and just it is such a privilege to be able to live in this space where there is community and there is joy.
To see everyone here, it's a reminder that our joy cannot be stopped.
Put your hands up if you feel real good. Feel like everybody know you should. Put your hands up if you feel real nice. If you feel that
we love you, we respect you, we care about you. Whether you're here or not, we're together in spirit.
People of all ages here to support the community, and it's beautiful.
A great crowd, the atmosphere is amazing.
Nobody in the world celebrates Pride like our city. The parade is electric.
I hope today when people are watching this that they are seeing that we are here to support you and that there is a place for you.
so high, yeah, we're gonna take it up and up and up. Put your hands up if you feel real good. Feel like everybody know you should. Put your hands
It's
up.
overwhelming, and it's just, my heart's full. It's so beautiful to be out here with everyone.
Whatever you do, be safe, be out, be proud, and thank you for your support. We love you.
Oh, China, is there nothing that can't be made in you? Ah, my first sucker.
Oh, $1. It's a trick! It's a trick! It's a trick! I never needed these. I never needed these. I never needed these.
Oh, looky here. It's the old fishing line on a dollar bill prank. Dollar bill prank. Dollar bill prank. Man, even the backwoods, no account, inbred, lead paint eating, kerosene huffing, roadkill chomping. What was my point? My point? My point? That is a practical joke, Luann.
This isn't right. No one's falling for my pranks. Huh. At least it wasn't a total waste. I found a quarter.
What a moron. Da.
Wake up, everybody! It's World War III!
Ah!
Quick, down to the fallout shelter. The bombs are dropping. 18 seconds. If this were really a nuclear war, we'd all be dead meat by now. Say, we're all shivering. Are you cold or what?
Complete anarchy? This is What If, and here's what would happen if...
was a beautiful princess, daughter of Lycaon, the king of Arcadia. Her beauty delighted men and gods alike. Therefore, she became the mistress of Zeus, the Olympian lord. From this union, the boy Arcas was born, enraging the goddess Hera, Zeus's wife, who once again felt humiliated by the birth of another bastard son. But poor Callisto couldn't escape the goddess's wrath. Hera cursed Callisto. Hair appeared on the young princess's soft skin. Her delicate hands turned into paws with sharp claws. The princess tried to scream for help, but out of her mouth came only a frightened howl. Callisto had been transformed into a great bear. The bear was chased away by the citizens of her city, who feared the beast, and so she was forced to roam the forest. The bear turned to the sky and cried out for Zeus to restore her original form. But Zeus did not want to upset his wife and did nothing for Callisto. The bear wandered to the edge of the forest, near the town where she used to live. Hidden, she watched her friends and relatives, who went on with their lives. Despite her fear of being sniffed out by the hounds, she would venture out to see her son Arcas grow up. The little one believed that one day he would see his mother again. Time passed. One day, as the great bear wandered through the forest, she came across a hunter. He was her beloved son, whom she had not seen for years. The emotional mother forgot that she was a bear. She stood and tried to hug her son. He, thinking the bear was about to attack him, threw his spear at the animal. But Zeus would not allow such a tragedy to occur and intervened. The god turned mother and child into constellations. The mother's constellation became known as Ursa Major, and the son's constellation as Ursa Minor. But the goddess Hera was furious to see her rival and her bastard son honored in the sky. So, she convinced the deities of the seas, Poseidon, Oceanus, and Thetis, not to give shelter to the constellations of Callisto and her son. Thus, the constellations of Ursa Major and Ursa Minor crossed the skies throughout the night without ever hiding in the sea waters. But this punishment did not dampen Callisto's happiness, who was once again together with her son.
Troops are closing in on the capital. Their military vehicles have been filmed entering the city, and in the last few hours, multiple explosions have been reported. Exact figures are unknown, but there are reports of large numbers of Ukrainian casualties, both military and civilian, since the invasion began, and of Russian military deaths. Streams of people in cars and on foot have been crossing from Ukraine into Poland, Romania, and Hungary. The UN Refugee Agency believes up to 5 million people may try to flee abroad. There's fierce fighting in many parts of the country, with Russian troops advancing from the north, from the east, and from Crimea in the south. But tonight, all eyes are on Kiev. There have been exchanges of fire in the north of the city, which was reached by an advance party of Russian troops. Ukrainian authorities say 18,000 machine guns have been handed out to volunteers who want to defend their capital, while Russia claims it's taken control of the Hostomel airfield to the northwest of the city, important for international cargo and a key military airbase. In our first report tonight, our correspondent Nick Beak looks at the day the nation's capital came under attack.
The early sirens wailed in Ukraine's capital once more. But this was no rude awakening. No one had been able to sleep. The latest Russian bombardments had hit yet more homes, injuring the very civilians the Kremlin.
Since the breakout of war in Europe, things have escalated significantly. Declaration of the annexation of 4 regions in eastern and southern Ukraine signals the onset of a new and highly dangerous phase, one that American officials and analysts fear could escalate to the use of nuclear weapons for the first time in 77 years. Today we're going to explore the worst-case scenario. How would the United States respond to a Russian nuclear escalation in Europe? The hard truth is that since 1949, there has only been one response the United States has planned for. It's Major Attack Option 1. But how exactly would an American thermonuclear attack on the Russian Federation play out? What exactly is America's Russian nuclear war plan? How many nuclear weapons would be launched on direct order from the president? How many Russian casualties could we expect after American bombs reach their destinations? How would Russia respond? What risk would America's civilian population face? What would the European continent look like going forward? And most importantly, could the United States defeat Russia in a global thermonuclear exchange? imagine a nuclear war, the first thing that comes to mind is large cities like Los Angeles and Moscow being incinerated in a blaze of nuclear hellfire. While this would definitely be a likely outcome, the reality is that around 70% of the 1,800 nuclear warheads currently deployed by the United States aren't aimed at large cities, but instead at an enemy country's nuclear forces. To better understand this, we first need to take a look at America's current Strategic Nuclear War Plan, also known as the Single Integrated Operational Plan, or SIOP. First drawn up in 1950, the SIOP focused primarily on the Soviet Union. While today most of the weapons in the war plan still target Russia, other countries such as China, North Korea, India, and Pakistan are included as well. In this video, we'll take a look at a nuclear exchange with the only nuclear power comparable to the United States, the Russian Federation. This portion of America's nuclear war plan is called Major Attack Option 1. Major Attack Option 1 is the most demanding attack option available to the president. Should the Commander-in-Chief order Major Attack Option 1, the resulting attack would consist of over 1,000 warheads. Major Attack Option 1 is divided into two attack options. The Counterforce Attack Plan targets Russia's nuclear forces, while the Counter-Value Attack Plan targets Russian civilian population centers and economic infrastructure, assets that Russia inherently values. First, let's take a look at America's Counterforce Attack Option, as it's the most demanding and most likely attack option to be selected by the president. The counterforce portion of Major Attack Option 1 targets Russia's nuclear forces, including ICBM silos, road mobile ICBMs, submarine bases, primary airfields, nuclear storage facilities, design and production complexes, and critical military command and control facilities. The first and most important target in Major Attack Option 1 is Russia's silo-based ICBMs. Russia has 126 operational ICBM silos distributed throughout 4 missile fields. The 28th Guards Missile Division at Kazilsk, with 20 ICBM silos, the 60th Guards Missile Division at Tatashevo, housing 60 ICBM silos, the 13th Missile Division at Domvorotsky with 24 ICBM silos, and the 62nd Missile Division at Yuzhe with 22 silos. Russia's land-based ICBM force consists of 4 missiles. 46 SS-18 Satans, armed with 1 or 2 800-kiloton MIRV warheads per missile. 2 SS-19 Mod 4s, armed with 1 550-kiloton hypersonic glide vehicle warhead per missile. 60 SS-27 Mod 1s, armed with 1 800-kiloton warhead per missile. And 18 SS-27 Mod 2s, armed with up to 4 550-kiloton. These missiles travel at speeds of over 16,000 miles per hour, have ranges of up to 10,000 miles, and typically reach their target or targets in around 30 minutes. Altogether, these 126 missiles carry 211 warheads, representing 15% of the strategic nuclear weapons currently deployed by Russia. When added up, Russia's land-based ICBM force can deliver a total explosive yield of 150,000 kilotons, or 19,000 times the destructive power of the bomb dropped on Nagasaki in 1945. As with all things, there are advantages and disadvantages when attacking Russia's silo-based ICBMs. The primary advantage is that their locations are commonly known, and therefore they can be easily targeted. The primary disadvantage of attacking Russian ICBM silos is their fast launch time. Like the US ICBM force, they can be quickly launched. As a result, they need to be the first target hit in a first strike. Secondly, Russia's ICBM silos are a high threat due to their long-range targeting ability and high weapon payload. It's believed that Russia's silo-based ICBMs are exclusively reserved for targets in the US. Furthermore, destroying Russia's entire ICBM force in a preemptive strike can be problematic. When attacking Russia's silo-based ICBMs with nuclear weapons, one of the most critical metrics a U.S. war planner must determine is silo survivability. Silo survivability is calculated with a probability of kill, or kill probability. A Russian silo's kill probability depends on 3 factors: the hardness of the silo, the size or yield of the warhead delivered to the target, and the total number of warheads used to attack each silo. A silo's hardness determines its ability to withstand the effects of a thermonuclear explosion, and thus protect the underground missile. Taking a silo's hardness and other factors such as launch malfunctions and warhead detonation failures into account, U.S. war planners would assign 2 high-yield warheads per silo to achieve an average kill probability of 99.5%. 5%. The United States would want to hit these silos hard and fast, so they would use sea-based ballistic missile submarines to get the job done. Ballistic missile submarines are optimal due to the higher yield warheads that they carry, their closer locations at sea, and shorter flight times, which would give Russia virtually zero warning before bombs are already hitting their targets. The attack would use a total of 252 nuclear warheads, delivered from 63 Trident II missiles, with two 475 kiloton W-88 warheads targeting each silo. The attack would expend 25% of the US's sea-based ICBM force. Delivery time would be around 15 minutes from launch, and silos would be hit with ground burst detonations. Remember the term ground burst. This will be important later. Up next, we have Russia's nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarine bases and naval facilities. The Russian Navy operates 10 nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines of two classes, 5 Delta IV and 5 Borealis-class submarines. Each submarine can carry up to 16 submarine-launched ballistic missiles, with each missile armed with up to 4 100-kiloton warheads. The total number of warheads carried by Russia's nuclear submarine force is around 600 warheads. Today, the principal Russian naval targets for U.S. strategic nuclear weapons are likely to be the ballistic missile submarine basing areas of the Northern Fleet and Pacific Fleet. 7 nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines are deployed at 2 Northern Fleet bases, and 3 nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines are deployed at 1 Pacific Fleet base. Since not all of Russia's nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines are fully operational, with either 1 or 2 at various stages of maintenance, war planners must assume that many, most, or possibly all of the submarines docked at naval bases are at some stage of alert, and thus are potential stationary firing platforms. Therefore, targeting nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarine bases would be a top priority. War planners must also consider the possibility that Russian nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines might disperse to other naval bases. As a result, other targets would include naval shipyards, ship repair yards, weapon communication centers, fleet headquarters, and refueling facilities. To achieve this, Russia's Northern Fleet would be targeted with a total of 92 330-kiloton W-87 warheads, delivered by Minuteman III ICBMs. Narapicha Naval Base would be hit with 8 warheads, while Yagel-Naya Naval Base would require 10. Russia's Pacific Fleet would be sufficiently destroyed using 45 Minuteman III ICBMs. Rabaki Naval Base alone would be hit with 12 330-kiloton warheads. A total of 137 Minuteman III ICBMs would reach their naval targets within 30 minutes after launch, with a near 100% predicted kill rate, using ground bursts. Up next, we have a fleet of 50 strategic bombers. Russia's strategic bombers are organized into 7 bomber regiments and 2 heavy bomber divisions at 4 bases. The 52nd Heavy Bomber Regiment at Shakova Air Force Base, the 22nd Heavy Bomber Division at Angles Air Force Base, the 200th Guards Heavy Bomber Aviation Regiment at Bela Air Force Base, and the 326th Heavy Bomber Division at Ukrainian Air Force Base. There are over 500 nuclear weapons currently deployed at strategic bomber bases within the Russian Federation. Russia's bomber fleet consists of 39 Tu-95 MS Bear H bombers and 11 Tu-160 Blackjack bombers. The Tu-160 Blackjack can carry up to 12 250 kiloton AS-15 Kent air-launched nuclear cruise missiles. Each missile contains 30 times the destructive power of the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. The Tu-95S Bear H is a long-range heavy bomber with the ability to travel up to 8,000 miles without refueling. The Tu-95 MS Bear H contains up to 16 250 kiloton AS-23 subsonic air-launched cruise missiles. The main threat to the United States posed by Russian bombers lies in the AS-15 Kent and AS-23 air-launched nuclear cruise missiles that they carry, as it's generally understood that today the chance of Russian bombers penetrating U.S. airspace to drop gravity bombs is near zero. These air-launched nuclear cruise missiles have a range of over 2,400 miles and can be launched just outside of U.S. airspace. When launched, the AS-23 carries its 250 kiloton nuclear warhead, reaching a target in under 2 minutes at speeds of over 16,000 miles per hour. The primary objectives for attacking Russia's strategic bomber force would be to destroy strategic bombers and other aircraft on the ground, crater airfield runways, damage other long-range aviation assets such as fuel storage and aircraft repair and production facilities. An effective attack on Russia's strategic bomber force would focus on the following strategic aviation targets: the main air bases at Shakova, Angels, Bela, and Ukrainia, a training base at Rozan Heavy Bomber Flight Test Center, both Kazan and Kazan Heavy Bomber Production Facilities, forward air bases, and additional air bases that could be used for the dispersing of strategic bombers, refueling tankers, or establishing air bases for potential Russian fighter escorts. A total of 73 300 kiloton W-78 warheads delivered by Minuteman III ICBMs would be allocated to destroy Russia's strategic bomber force, and as a result, grounded planes would be destroyed, runways would be cratered, making it impossible for heavy bombers to take off, and leaving surviving aircraft trapped. Next, we have Russia's nuclear weapons storage facilities. While Russia has around 2,000 nuclear weapons currently deployed, it has an additional 4,000 nuclear weapons stockpiled at 13 national-level nuclear weapons storage sites. Therefore, destroying Russia's nuclear weapons storage sites would be a top priority. Due to their large size and hardened bunkers that are spaced out to ensure that one warhead can't take out an entire complex. Attacking each national-level nuclear weapons storage site will require a strike of 8 W-78 300 kiloton warheads, amounting to a total of 104 Minuteman III ICBMs. These 104 Minuteman III ICBM warheads would reach their nuclear weapons storage targets within 30 minutes after launch, with a near 100% predicted kill rate, using 300 kiloton ground bursts. Next, we have Russia's nuclear weapon design and production complex. The core of Russia's and formerly Soviet nuclear weapon design and production complex is composed of 10 closed cities and 1 open city. These cities research, develop, test, and produce nuclear weapons that were provided to Soviet armed forces and that were deployed widely against Western militaries. What transpired at these locations throughout the Cold War was a central security concern for the United States and Western Europe for over 40 years. As these secret cities were discovered through U.S. intelligence in the 1950s, they became some of the highest priority targets for U.S. nuclear forces. No doubt, many or all remain on the target list today. The goal of an attack on Russia's nuclear weapon design and production complex would be to eliminate any future nuclear weapon design and production capability by destroying key facilities that contribute to the research, development, and production of Russia's nuclear weapons. U.S. war planners would target nuclear design laboratories, plutonium and tritium production reactors, chemical separation plants, uranium enrichment plants, and warhead assembly facilities. As a result, the attack would consist of 29 warheads, 9 W-87 300 kiloton warheads, and 20 W-78 300 kiloton warheads. The number of targets per city would depend on the number of production facility targets at each location. User targets within 30 minutes after launch, detonating via airburst at a height of 400 meters. Up next, we have Russia's command, control, and communications. In general, there are three primary targets associated with Russia's command, control, and communications: space telecommand and Earth satellite stations, and telecommunication centers. The first and most important targets for destroying Russia's military command and control and communications would be 2 space telecommand centers and 44 Earth satellite stations. These 46 satellite facilities perform critical functions that allow communications to flow between Russian leadership and deployed nuclear forces in a time of a crisis. Some of these critical functions include ballistic missile early warning detection, electronic intelligence communications, photo reconnaissance, remote sensing, radar calibration, navigation, meteorology, geodensity, and space activity. Since destroying Russia's satellite communication centers would be a high priority, an attack would be carried out by sea-based ballistic missile submarines, using 46 W-88 warheads delivered from 11 Trident II missiles. 15 minutes after launch, 475 kiloton airbursts would incinerate Russia's satellite and space communication centers, severely degrading Moscow's ability to coordinate a retaliatory nuclear strike. The second primary target are Russia's telecommunication centers. These radio frequency broadcast centers serve as the primary communication nodes between Russian military command and its nuclear forces, although 174 targets would be applicable for a strike. Since some of these installations are near high population centers such as Moscow, it's assumed that only 91 targets would be hit with nuclear weapons to limit civilian casualties. 65 targets would be hit with the remaining Minuteman III missiles, being struck with 65 300 kiloton ground burst detonations occurring 30 minutes after launch. The remaining 26 targets would be destroyed with 26 475 kiloton ground burst detonations from 5 Trident II submarine launched ballistic missiles.
The world will end. This is the story of just one day.
The object will hit Earth in around 5 hours.
With 5 different endings.
The virus is considered highly contagious.
If you have any of the following symptoms,
Each predicted by scientists.
We're just getting unconfirmed reports of a giant wave heading across the Atlantic.
What's the worst that could happen in just one day?
Directors of the project say that they will go ahead with the experiment could cause the destruction of the Earth.
One day. 5 endings. End day.
Too much of a gamble. They believe that the explosion could merely break it into huge pieces of rock that will rain down on Earth like cluster bombs.
dark sky. Now and then he blinks.
It would seem that a big nuclear weapon detonated either on the surface or drilled inside an asteroid would be the answer to this problem. We've been trained from watching movies like Star Wars that if we were to do that, the asteroid would disappear in a cloud of vapor.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. I'm sorry to have to tell you that our departure has been delayed. I will let you know as soon as we have some more information. We'll leave the entertainment system on for you for the time being.
From the space station, anytime now we should see the nuclear missiles detonate in an attempt to disintegrate the meteor.
Okay, got it. Signal still up. Counting down to 10. On your left side. Okay, there. We have visual confirmation. Impact in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Impact. We have an impact. We have.
Okay, well, it looks like we've lost that signal. We'll work on getting that back. But it would appear that the missiles were unsuccessful. We'll try and confirm that as soon as we can. But just to recap, it would appear that the missiles were unsuccessful. We'll try and confirm that as soon as we can.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to have to inform you that due to the risk of a meteor strike on Berlin, all flights have been cancelled. Please disembark from the aircraft and return to the departure lounge.
There is no one to be seen on the streets of Berlin. The whole city is completely deserted. Yet even though there are no more trains out of Berlin, many people are gathering in underground stations. The advice seems to be that if you can't get out of town, then get as deep underground as possible.
Okay, ein Take noch. Vor einer Stunde wurde bestätigt, dass... Okay, nee, komm, lass uns gehen, lass es. Wait.
Just to remind viewers that you're watching a live broadcast from Berlin. Anytime now we should see the first signs of the meteor entering the atmosphere.
This is the Gematria on Young Nudie. Hebrew Gematria 1341. English Gematria 876. Simple Gematria 146. Let's get to it. We start with That's a Rap. Hebrew Gematria 1341, which connects to Young Nudie. English Gematria 1341. We have The Devil is in the Details. Hebrew Gematria 1341, which connects to Young Nudie. Hebrew Gematria 1341. We have next Young Nudie. Hebrew Gematria 1341. Pale White Horse. Hebrew Gematria 1341. Next we have Young Nudie. Hebrew Gematria 1341, which connects to Read the Bible, God Wins. Hebrew Gematria 1341. We have next URSA Major Minor. Hebrew Gematria 1341, which connects to Young Nudie. Hebrew Gematria 1341. We have next the Seven Seal Scroll. Hebrew Gematria 1341, which connects to Young Nudie. Hebrew Gematria 1341. We have next Young Nudie. English Gematria 876. Simple Gematria 146, which connects to the Demonic Snake. Next we have Young Nudie. English Gematria 876. Simple Gematria 146. Next we have Young Nudie. English Gematria 876. Simple Gematria 146, which connects to America is in a bad place. We have New Jerusalem. English Gematria 876. Simple Gematria 146, which connects to Young Nudie. English Gematria 876. Simple Gematria 146. I hope you guys understand. A lot of these things is a timeline, and Young Nudie is trending, so there's a lot of things that's going on as the trending is taking place, right? So we have what we see on the surface value, and then we have what we see behind the veil. And what we see behind the veil is what I presented in the clips before the breakdown of the Gematria. Let's continue. We have Manifestation of New Jerusalem. English Gematria 876. Simple Gematria 146, which connects to Young Nudie. English Gematria 876. Simple Gematria 146. We have next the Financial Crisis. English Gematria 876. Simple Gematria 146, which connects to Young Nudie. English Gematria 876. Simple Gematria 146. We have next 146, which connects to the Serpent Barrier. Young Nudie. We have next Bart Simpson. English Gematria 876. Simple Gematria 146, which connects to Young Nudie. English Gematria 876. Simple Gematria 146. We have next DARPA Projects. English Gematria 876. Simple Gematria 146, which connects to Young Nudie. English Gematria 876. Simple Gematria 146. We have the Final Plague of the Apocalypse. English Gematria 1341, which is the Hebrew Gematria 1341, which connects back to Young Nudie. Hebrew Gematria 1341. We have next Young Nudie. Hebrew Gematria 1341, which connects to Soul War. We have Young Nudie. Hebrew Gematria 1341, which connects to Dancing with Demons. We have Young Nudie. Hebrew Gematria 1341, which connects to the Crown Snake. We have next Young Nudie, Hebrew Gematria 1341, which connects to 2/3. We have next Young Nudie, Hebrew Gematria 1341, which connects to the 7th sea. We have Bitcoin Will Die, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146, which connects to Young Nudie, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146. Next we have Power Outage, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146, which connects to Young Nudie, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146. Remember folks, this is a timeline. Things that should be taking place will be taking place at the time of the Young Nudie trend, right? So we should be looking for these things sometime soon. Hey, but what do we know? I could be wrong. But let's continue. We have your boy Pizza. You know about the Pizza Gate, but let's keep going. English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146, which connects to Young Nudie. English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146. Now we have Beyond the Veil, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146, which connects to Young Nudie. Hebrew Gematria, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146. Next we have The Economist, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146, which connects to Young Nudie, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146. Next we have Behold a Pale Horse, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146, which connects to Young Nudie, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria. Next we have Young Nudie, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146, which connects to the Clinton emails. We have Young Nudie, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146, chosen by Satan. We have next Young Nudie, Hebrew Gematria 1341, which connects to, yep, I am Apollyon. Hebrew Gematria 1341. We have next Deliverance Belongs to Adonaiah, Hebrew Gematria 1341. We have next Horsemen of War, Hebrew Gematria 1341. We have next Young Nudie, Hebrew Gematria 1341. Things are not as they appear. We have next Hebrew Gematria 1341, which connects to Young Nudie, Hebrew Gematria 1341. You die in Yedei. Next, we have Global Takeover, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146. Next, we have Global Reset, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146. Now we have Young Nudie, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146. We have Genesis 1:1, English Gematria 876. Simple Gematria 146, which connects to Young Nudie, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146, and it reads, in the beginning, Yah created the heavens and the earth. Let's continue. Young Nudie, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146, you as a debtor. We have next Young Nudie, Hebrew Gematria 1341, which connects to living on the cusp. We have Young Nudie, Hebrew Gematria 1341, which connects to has been informed to stop lying. I am. We have next Hebrew Gematria 1341, which connects to Young Nudie, Hebrew Gematria, 1341. In 1 hour, destruction comes. We have next Young Nudie, Hebrew Gematria, 1341, which connects to Yah, El. We have next Young Nudie, Hebrew Gematria, 1341, which connects to Abusive Drunk. Next we have Nuclear War, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146, which connects to Young Nudie, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146. Remember folks, this is a timeline. We have next, Coming to America. So right, Nuclear War, Coming to America, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146, which connects to Young. So we had Nuclear World, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146, which connects to Young Nudie, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146. We have Coming to America, right? Nuclear World, Coming to America, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146, which connects to Young Nudie, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146. We have next, World Ruler, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146, which connects to You Will See, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146. Judah Scepter, Shiloh, Hebrew Gematria, 1341. All those were talking about me. I am the scepter of Yahudah. But let's continue. Nuclear Warfare, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146, which connects to Young Nudie, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146. Glorious Day, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146, which connects to Young Nudie, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146. We have next, The Red Horse Rider, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146, which connects to Young Nudie, English Gematria, 876. We have next, Young Nudie, Hebrew Gematria, 1341, which connects to Bangin' Luda's wife, Hebrew Gematria, 1341. We have next, Radiate Tremendous Energy, which connects to Young Nude, Hebrew Gematria, 1341. Next we have the Alex Jones channel, Hebrew Gematria, 1341, which connects to Young Nude, Hebrew Gematria, 1341. We have next here, Military Using Chemtrails, Hebrew Gematria, 1341. We have Young Nude, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146, the Hellfire Club. We have Young Nude, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146, Reach Every Child. That's what the elites would like him to do. But we are the resistance. English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146, which connects to Young Nude, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146. Next we have Young Nude, Hebrew Gematria, 1341, which connects to Psychotic Child Murderers. Next we have Lucifer's Will, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146, which connects to Young Nude, English Gematria, 876, Simple Gematria, 146. We have Young Nude, Hebrew Gematria, 1341, which connects to Seeing Through Satan's Eyes. We have next, Young Nude, Hebrew Gematria, 1341, which connects to A War Against Good. We have next, Young Nude, Hebrew Gematria, 1341, which connects to literally host spirits. We have Young Nude, English Gematria, 876, simple gematria 146, which connects to provocative. We have next Young Nude, English gematria 876, simple gematria 146, Kiev, Ukraine. We have Global Control, English gematria 876, simple gematria 146. Next we have Wake Up People, English gematria 876, simple gematria 146, which connects to Young Nude, English gematria 876, simple gematria 146. We have the Imperial House of David, which I am, English gematria 1272, simple gematria 212, but connects to the Young Nudie events, Hebrew gematria 1341. We have Judah's Scepter, Shiloh, once again, Hebrew gematria 1341. We have next World Free Cabal, English gematria 1876, simple gematria 146, which connects to Young Nude, English gematria 876, simple gematria 146. We have next New Jerusalem, English gematria 876, simple gematria 146, which connects to the timeline of Young Nude, English gematria 876, simple gematria 146. Next we have Young Nude, English gematria 876, simple gematria 146, which connects to White Elephant. Now for those who don't know what the white elephant means, I will let you know right now. A white elephant is a property requiring much care and expense and yielding little profit. An object no longer of value to its owners, but of value to others. Something of little or no value. Young Nude. Next we have Exenian Flower, Hebrew gematria 1456, but connects to Young Nude, English gematria, simple gematria 876, simple gematria 146. And for those who don't know what the Exena flower is, it's a parasitic flower, okay, of an unknown origin that leeches unto a host and then deceives him or her into doing the bidding, okay? And then it continues to feed off the planet and then spreads evil and hatred until this process is eventually causes the person to explode, shall we say. Let's continue. Next we have Young Nude, English gematria 876, simple gematria 146, which connects to Satan's world. Young Nude, which connects to Evil Democrats by the way of English gematria 876, simple gematria 146. We have Evil Democrats, explosive, Hebrew gematria 1329, but connects to Young Nudie by the way of English gematria 876, simple gematria 146. We have next Remnant of David, English gematria 876, simple gematria 146. Now we have Young Nude, Hebrew gematria 1341, which connects to by all of this world. We have JC is a Satan, Hebrew gematria 876, simple gematria 146, which connects to Young Nude, English gematria 876, simple gematria 146. Young Nude, I am a flaming faggot forever, Hebrew gematria 1341, which connects to Young Nude, Hebrew gematria 1341. We have Young Nude, Hebrew gematria 1341, which connects to If I Die Young lyrics. So let's continue. Young Nude, Hebrew gematria 1341, which connects to If There Is No Point, That Is the Point. We have Young Nude, which connects to Satanic Hymns, English gematria 876, simple gematria 146. We have Young Nude, Hebrew gematria 1341, which connects to Moronic Virus. Next we have Young Nude, Hebrew gematria 1341, which connects to No Mercy to the Serpents. we have Young Nude, the Seal of Satan, which connects to English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146. Young Nude, the Seal of Satan. We have next Young Nude, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146, Wicked Deception. We have next Hebrew Gematria 1341, Come On Yah. Next we have Final Jerusalem, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146. And finally we have Young Nude, English Gematria 876, Simple Gematria 146, which connects to Sacrificial Cult.